What, 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 what?
Teachers frequently ask, how do I justify the use of hip-hop in the class to my administration? It's actually a fair question. Does hip-hop education have legitimate merit as a credible academic tool? Let's turn to the research on this front. This is Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings, a professor at the University of Wisconsin in urban education, a renowned scholar, author, researcher, speaker. Dr. Ladson-Billings, she is the one who coined the term culturally relevant pedagogy. And in her research, she is vehement about the point that culturally relevant teaching requires that teachers attend to students' academic needs and not merely make them feel good. The trick of culturally relevant teaching is to get students to choose academic excellence. The research points to all of this being about that the criteria of evaluation has to ultimately lead to students experiencing academic success. This is number one right here for you to take to your administration. That when you use hip-hop in the class, it's only a credible academic tool if the core objective is that students experience academic success. This leads us to the work of Dr. Ernest Morrell and Professor Jeffrey Duncan Andrade out of UCLA and San Francisco State University, respectively. And these are a team of highly esteemed researchers, writers, and speakers, etc. And what they point out is that hip-hop can be used to teach the literacy skills needed for academic advancement, critical citizenship, and professional employment. In fact, their research points to suggestions, recommendations for teachers, administrators, and fellow researchers that, number one, they suggest as much as possible, curriculum should reflect the experiences of the students. Number two, they point out that teachers should make an effort to understand hip-hop culture because it reflects the experiences of their students and has such a tremendous impact on their students' lives. And number three, they say that teachers should listen to the students' opinions on how they want to learn and what they feel should be taught. That's right, their research says curriculum should reflect the experiences of students. The research says that teachers should make an effort to understand hip-hop culture. And the research says that teachers should actually listen to students' opinions. See, what's very interesting about their research is that it directly leads us to the research of proving, I don't even know how to say it, I'm stammering over my words here, that hip-hop, there's so much research that points to how this is a strong academic tool that empowers students to see their own lives reflected in the classroom. The question of, should teachers use hip-hop to reach their kids? All the research points to the fact that it's highly advisable. Having said that, we have to now turn to Dr. Bettina Love. She is a professor at the University of Georgia. She's an acclaimed, award-winning author. She is a fellow at Harvard University. And she brings up a fantastic point that everybody needs to be aware of. Because when it comes to hip-hop-based education, her research shows that it's resulted in many positive educational outcomes, ranging from teaching students academic skills to teaching critical reflection. We know this. We just covered this. But more importantly, she steers us towards the idea that even though we know this, even that these initiatives, and we see what they've accomplished, there's a troubling stigma to using hip-hop-based education in the classroom. And the trouble is that there's an absence of attention to these methods in educational programs. Like, we know it works, we know what the research says, and yet there's an absence of administrators embracing and supporting hip-hop-based educational initiatives. Look, administrators have their playbooks, and they are not the enemy in this whole Rubik's Cube of making education work with so many moving parts, moving at so many varying speeds, with so many different issues on their plate. But let's be honest, sometimes the kids get lost. They're forgotten, and there's a gap between the flowcharts and the actual students. Don't let the bureaucracy ruin learning. The research is exceptionally clear. Hip-hop in the class is a proven pedagogy that delivers positive results, particularly for capable but disengaged students. That leaves us all asking ourselves rhetorically, where does an educator turn for high-quality, standards-based materials? May we suggest StreetSmartPress.com, where you'll find a host of free resources, a wealth of further research, and a lot of great tools. You will find acclaimed titles, award-winning educators, and non-negotiable rules. You need answers for your administrators? StreetSmartPress.com has what you're looking for.
What?